And that's no...
I'll find it for you.
That's great. Unfortunately, the obvious place to look won't work. The CIT ruins were picked clean years ago, but some of the admins had to live off campus. Ask your friends in the railroad. I need those login credentials.
Half of you know this already, but something so big, I can't ask people to keep it secret any longer. The rumor is true. One of our agents has made it inside the Institute.
Is this what Tinker Tom was working on?
Yes, Tom's work is related, but the device and the assembly was the Wanderer's doing. After the device was assembled, he made it inside the Institute, and then back out.
Where is the Institute?
We're not sure exactly. Best guess is that it's somewhere under the old CIT. But they've been using a teleportation device to get in and out, so it could be anywhere.
What's he to find out?
I know you all have questions, but I've said everything I'm going to. But know this, the ops you're planning and running now are the most important of our lives. We have a chance at rescuing more synths than we ever dreamed of. So get it done.
Hey, Professor!
It's a wonder you and Lloyd don't set off metal detectors.
Desdemona.
Have you met with Patriot yet?
I met Patriot. His name is Liam Benet.
I knew you'd get the job done. We need every scrap of intel you picked up in there. Write up a full report on Pam's terminal. After you're done, we'll analyze it and figure out the next step. Get to it.
Desdemona.
Establishing Mercer Safe House is a sign we're on the road to recovery.
Preliminary analysis complete.
Anything we need to move on?
Affirmative. Codename Patriot requires admin credentials for Code Defender security software. Cross-indexing CIT security administrators with 2077 Commonwealth Census records. Filtering by surviving structures. One match found. Bergman. Wilfred. Bergman. Wilfred, registered as co-owner of Cambridge Polymer Labs. Estimated 81% chance of login credentials being located at this facility.
Thanks, Pam.
Complement detected. Analysis irrelevant.
After you get the password report back here. With any luck, we'll have a game plan by then.
dead.
Too much time on their hands and making me a place this.
Excellent work. On our side, we've gone through your report. It was extraordinary. So many pieces of the puzzle clicked into place. Our final analysis indicates the Institute is far more formidable than we ever feared or imagined. If we stage a mass breakout, Patriots 13 synths will every last one of them.
Tell me the next step, then.
The Institute will never let their slaves go without a fight. So the heart of our problem is manpower. Even if we call in all our agents, and we will, we won't be able to hold our own against the Institute for long. Talk with C-114. If the synths down there want freedom, they must fight and risk their lives to earn it.
Even with synth allies. Is that enough to fight the Institute?
The synths greatly outnumber the scientists. If enough of them rebel, the chaos would be unprecedented. Then we use that turmoil to evacuate everyone we can. It will work, because it must. As much as we owe Patriot, we can't be certain how committed he is. If he learns we're willing to kill to free synths, he may not have the stomach for it. So get what you need from him and then cut him loose. Good luck. We're all with you.
Bet you never met a synth before glory. Nice work reading that first symbol.
Just as you gave life to Father, he gave life to many of us.
Hey, Z1.
We must speak quickly. We cannot risk being discovered. I have made arrangements. I can get the 13 we discussed into position. But, tell me, do you think Mr. Benet's plan will work?
A better plan is to use this opportunity to rescue everyone. But synths will have to fight for it.
And I thought Mr. Benet's plan was too ambitious. Of course, I'd fight for my freedom. And I know of a few others that might as well. But enough to face all the guards? Perhaps if we stand up openly to the scientists, more of my people would join us. Yes. Even if most don't join the fight, certainly there are many others who have been waiting their whole lives for this. But we should be prepared for some of the synths to fight against us.
All people want to be free. They just need the opportunity to take it.
I don't know. It's a gamble. I admire Mr. Benet a great deal. You can't tell him about this plan. It's his people we'll be fighting. I will talk to my friends. Meet me here tomorrow. If I don't make our appointment, assume the worst.
You get me what we talked about, and I'm in business.
Liam, I got your username and password.
You railroad guys really deliver, you know? Hooking that ancient tech up to the modern terminals is going to be seriously time-consuming, even with that password. So hand it over and I'll get started.
Here you go.
Great. Listen, I need a favor. Z-114 is working the atrium again. Can you give him an update? It's safer if you do it.
Scanning. Subject identified.
I wish Quinton would stop telling those stupid stories.
There's a lot of hubris around here lately, and I don't care for it. Sounds like those raiders at Libertalia were quite a handful.
I asked my friends if they'd take up arms for their freedom. I was surprised at the number of volunteers. Perhaps once the fighting begins, many others will join us. But we will fight and die very quickly unless we have weapons. A lot of them. Given the right materials, we can make our own crude but serviceable weapons. Unfortunately, we're missing a few critical ingredients.
I have weapons I can give you.
Excellent. Deposit anything you can spare in Maintenance Closet 3B. But we need enough weapons to arm an entire rebellion. So the ingredients are still necessary.
What ingredients?
Gunpowder, laser focusing crystals, and a couple other things.
Couldn't we just steal some weapons?
All munitions are tightly guarded by the SRB. Even if we managed to take some, it would certainly be noticed. And surprise is essential to everything.
Go on.
The Institute's always expanding. Excavation just completed on one of the sublevels. The mining equipment has been packed into crates, and they haven't been moved yet. That equipment has everything we need. Thanks to Mr. Binet, the construction crew is populated solely by my friends. But they're under constant supervision. How do you feel about killing some guards?
I'll do it, if it's necessary.
We could come up with no other way. After you eliminate the guards, we'll move the supplies and blow up the herd. And then, our dead friends can assemble the weapons we need. Good luck.
Reporting status.
Unit X688 speaks highly of your combat skills.
My compliments on getting V592 back to us so quickly.
From what I hear, that rogue scent at Libertalia was a real menace. Glad it's back where it belongs.
Nice work bringing that rogue synth back.
Always be vigilant. We have many enemies.
At full capacity.
I hope you and Father try to make up the time you've lost. Family is important.
Yeah.
Sleep is such a waste of time. I'd rather be just...
One day, I'll design a more efficient reactor to replace that old pump we're facing.
Your presence here is a great gift. Not just to Father, but to all of us.
project you helped with. It's coming along. You understand, right?
Hello. Please ensure that your dietary requirements are... All systems nominal. Nothing to report, sir.
Retaining unknown identity. Clearance confirmed.
Excuse me.
Reporting status. All functions normal.
Greetings, citizen. I believe you have business with the guards.
Operating at full capacity.
Leave now. Soon, this will all be underway. Remember Z1's plan, everyone. Grab everything we can use. The crates especially.
Just keep talking if you can. I'm afraid this may be rather painful.
Don't worry about it, Doc.
Anesthetic would lower your blood pressure too much, and I need you to remain conscious.
You already explained all that. It's gonna be worth it, right?
Oh, most definitely. These implants are much more advanced than anything you've had before. Dr. Walter is very pleased with you. The Gen 3 synth program is finally making progress, thanks to the genetic material you recovered.
You talking about that kid we got from the vault?
Yes, a perfectly unspoiled DNA sample. Now this next part is especially delicate, so if you can please look straight into the light.
Should everything be purple?
Oh, that's just a calibration error. How about now?
Better.
I'm just glad to have a chance to test these on a cooperative human subject. Normally, the directors are very touchy about allowing this kind of technology outside the Institute. They must find you extremely trustworthy.
You see, these are gonna work, right, Doc?
Oh, yes. When I say test, I simply mean collecting data over time, which will be very valuable to making further improvements. This next part may be exceptionally painful. Try your best to remain conscious. suspicious.
My friends have all the time they need to get what they want, then cover their tracks.
Any news about Liam?
But he's anxious to proceed with the old plan. You should avoid him if you can. If he had any idea what we're up to, I fear he'd report us.
Get those weapons made quickly.
We will. Every hour we wait is another hour the SRB could discover us. For now, please continue working with Father. We can't afford for him to grow suspicious. When my people are ready, I will contact you.
Bunker Hill pays off. Keep shooting them. Where's the sport in that? Someone put in a whole lot of effort to keep out the riffraff. Yet, here we are.
I've been waiting for you.
So, what's our situation?
I assume you've been briefed? Our targets are inside. 4 synths under railroad protection. Majority of the settlement is uninvolved and are expected to run for cover. The situation appears to have escalated. A covert approach is likely impossible. We move in, secure the synths, and I relay out with them back to the Institute. Clear? The mission's parameters just changed. Going shooting. Requesting backup relay now.
Look,
Attention, this is a reminder. Any recovered historical, technological, or social documentation should be delivered directly to Proctor Quinlan. That is all.
Something urgent to report, Elder. The Institute is attempting to recover escaped synths at Bunker Hill.
How did you obtain this information? Our reconnaissance hasn't reported anything of the sort.
If it's all the same to you, I'd prefer not to say.
That answer is unacceptable, Knight.
I have it on good authority. You'll just have to trust me.
Protecting your source, is it? Very well. Since you've given me no reason to doubt you in the past, your word will suffice. Your report provides us with a golden opportunity to state our intentions to the Institute. I'm placing you in command of this mission. Exterminate the synths at Bunker Hill, and whomever the Institute sends to retrieve them. I'll instruct Kells to assign you the appropriate backup. Dismiss, soldier.
Who knows what other sick projects the Institute's working on?
Heard Bunker Hill pays off the raiders instead of just... Hey, mind if we talk now?
Of course. What's up?
Look, I needed to mention, just you taking care of Bobby. I ain't proud of having to put you through that. That sort of dictatorial shit ain't usually my style.
She tried to dupe us both.
True. Hell, guy was... He had this goon squad folks with home. They cracked him. Easy to say now, but you weren't there.
Sure.
I felt like less when I fucked John. I might have as hand. After that, I got a crew of...
A guy like that?
See, so they never. Once we'd mopped up, and there I am. I had to love the people.
Right.
Was my...
You could have found a peaceful...
Have to. I just hope... Though I'm... Well, you... No one secures a place like this unless they've got something worth taking.
I've been waiting for you.
Watch your tone, Synth.
Next time, move faster. Our targets are inside. 4 synths under railroad protection. Majority of the settlement is uninvolved and are expected to run for cover. The situation appears to have escalated. A covert approach is likely impossible. We move in, secure the synths, and I relay out with them back to the Institute. Clear?
Hey, I'm gonna need some of your grenades. Hand them over.
Negative. You are not authorized to carry them. The mission's parameters just changed. You're going shooting. Requesting backup relay now.
I've been looking for you.
No, I've got money. It's yours if you let me go.
You're safe, okay? I'm gonna let you go.
Oh, God, thank you.
Excuse me.
Damn it! Where'd you go? This on yourself. Found ya.
Hey there.
Thank you for sparing us.
Hey there.
We'll get somewhere safe as soon as you're gone.
Excuse me.
You've given us another chance at life. We won't forget it.
We're not backing down. We're gonna protect what's ours.
Sensor reading detected.
You must.
You bastard!
Sean.
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
It wasn't always like this. It used to be different.
I can only imagine. Standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us, really.
They left me on ice. For 60 years.
They did. And for good reason. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject. It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. So you were kept alive and safe within the vault. I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations that you'd survive out here in all this. To not only do so, but manage to find me. To infiltrate the Institute itself. Extraordinary.
So it was you. You let me out.
Yes. It was my decision. Certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose I wanted to see what would happen. An experiment of sorts. I had no idea what kind of man you were, you see. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you, as it has everything else? Would you even survive? Perhaps most curious to me, would you, after all this time, attempt to find me? And now I know the answer.
This is science to you? It's pathetic, all of it.
I'm sorry you see it that way. Perhaps in time you'll see it differently. Soon, I hope. I hope you'll understand. Everything I've done has been for the future. A future which I hope is not in jeopardy after recent events. Bunker Hill did not go well for us. Would you care to explain what happened?
It's my fault. I wasn't able to complete the mission.
I gave you this opportunity to prove yourself. Particularly to prove to the Directorate that you deserve a place here. That will now be significantly harder. There will be accusations that you deliberately sabotaged the mission. Bunker Hill was to cement your place as a valuable asset to the Institute. It will now only raise suspicions. And to see the Brotherhood of Steel involved in this? They had no way of knowing what was going on. I will refrain from sharing the outcome with the Directorate for the moment. Things are already in motion that this would only derail. Speaking of which, it's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me inside. The Directorate is meeting, and you should be there. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
What I hear, that rogue scent that Umbertalia, real menace. Glad it's back where it belongs.
father has done remarkable things. I would leave this room.
Terminal somewhere. Through.
Sorry, but I'm too preoccupied for chit-chat.
A clean and healthy work environment is essential to maximum productivity.
Must make you proud to see all that father has done, all that he has built.
Have you seen J522 around? He didn't show up for duty today.
Check your box.
All systems nominal.
Unit X688 speaks highly of your progress.
Good, we're all here. I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is he doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All instant...